Dear students, today we are going to discuss about another one important question in physics, which asked in 2014 question. And the question is, if the kinetic energy of the particle is increased to 16 times, the particle is there, the particle kinetic energy is increased to 16 times. Its previous value increase 16 times its previous value. The previous value we can assume as a 100%. The percentage changes in the de Broglie wavelength of the particles. How many percentage change in the de Broglie wavelength of the particles? We need to find out it. How to find out it? So whenever the de Broglie wavelength asked, we can use the formula de Broglie relation. Lambda is equal to h by p. This is a core formula, everybody knows. So from this we need to apply here they are talking about the kinetic energy. When the particle is moving, it gain kinetic energy. So kinetic energy, which is equal to half m v square. These two formulas we are going to use to solve this question. So we know that h is equal to h p equal to, that p equal to mass into velocity, which means some momentum. So everybody knows this is a very simple formula. Here we are going to do that. So here we need to apply the v value. The v value we can get from the kinetic energy. The kinetic energy, which is equal to half m v square. From this we can take this to this side. So to kinetic energy, which is equal to, so this 2 goes here, which is equal to m v square. We need to find out the v value, so v squared equal to 2 kinetic energy. This m comes to the denominator. So we need to find out the v value. So we can take the square root. So 2 k e means kinetic energy divided by m. So the v value we are going to apply here. So you taken this as a equation number 1, formula number 2, equation number 2. So lambda equal to h divided by m. V value already we found. Square root of 2 k dot e kinetic energy by m. So next what you have to do, that we just take m inside the bracket. If it is go inside the bracket, inside the not bracket, sorry, it's a square root. If I take m inside the square root, how it comes? 2 m squared k kinetic energy k dot e divided by m. M should be cancelled. Finally, square root of, already 1 m cancelled, so square root of 2 m kinetic energy. This is finally we just get this. So what we have to do, that already the m cancelled, only 1 m only is there, m already it cancelled. Finally, so already the h is there, don't forget this, h divided by root of 2m into kinetic energy. So this is about lambda. So finally, so these are the now we can simply ignore constant values. The h is a constant value, the Planck constant, h we can, it's a constant value, we can remove this. The 2 is a constant, m is also here the particle mass is same. So m2 and h, these are the constant, we can simply ignore this. Finally, how equation comes? Lambda equal to 1 by finally what we derive this. So finally we just get it, square root of kinetic energy. So lambda equal to already kinetic energy, already the values are given. How many times? 16 times. So square root of 16. When you take this out of the square root, it comes 1 by 4. So 1 by 4, that how many percentage? 25%. So the wavelength decreases. The change in the de Broglie wavelength of the particle is decreases. The percentage changes. Percentage changes. What about the original wavelength? Original wavelength. Shall I write here? Original wavelength. Original wavelength. I simply write this lambda equal to 100%. What's the the final wavelength? Final wavelength percentage. Wavelength percentage 25%. So what finally? What about the final one? How many percentage decreases? So we can write percentage difference 100 minus 25%. So finally 75% we can get 75%. So actually it reduces, it just decreases from originally. Actually we take as 100%, 100%. So we got the value 25%. Finally the value decreases. How many percentage? 75%. So answer is 75%. I hope you understand the concept. Thank you.